Good evening, I'm Britt Thunderstruck. And I'm Bob Saget. In tonight's special report, we take a closer look at an unexpected tool in the fight against domestic terrorism: music therapy. Across the United States and around the globe, concerns are rising over the spread of white supremacist and far-right extremist movements, particularly amongst vulnerable young people. Online spaces like YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and even gaming platforms have become recruitment grounds for extremist ideologies. And the consequences are serious. Over the last few decades, organized hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan and the Aryan Brotherhood, as well as a concerning number of smaller splinter groups, have been tied to hundreds of hate crimes, school shootings, workplace violence, and acts of domestic terrorism. Experts say that preventing radicalization is critical to national safety. But they also say it is just as important to help those who voluntarily leave white power movements behind. Both tactics are equally important in the fight against extremist violence. And that's where a surprising ally enters the conversation: music therapy.
Music therapy is an evidence-based healthcare profession that uses music experiences to help individuals express their emotions, build a sense of identity, improve communication, and connect socially. It's often associated with helping veterans, patients with dementia, and the developmentally disabled. Now, advocates are pointing to its potential in de-radicalization efforts.
Now, radicalization is a slow process. It doesn't just happen overnight. Potential recruits are often isolated, traumatized, and searching for purpose. And extremist groups exploit those vulnerabilities to bring them down the rabbit hole. A lonely young person at first finds connection and purpose in white power movements, but they become entrenched in the white supremacist lifestyle until it is their only identity. Crime, drugs, violence, and antisocial behavior are all too common.
Music has a significant role in white supremacist communities. White power movements use aggressive, punk-inspired music to create community, trigger emotional highs, and reinforce group identity.
But music, the very tool used to recruit and groom white supremacists, might be the very key to help them back out.
Through techniques like lyric analysis, songwriting, improvisation, and guided imagery in music, music therapists help individuals leaving hate groups process anger, fear, and grief, rebuild empathy, and develop new, healthier identities.
Yes, former extremists often describe feeling a void when they leave these groups: a loss of identity, community, and belonging. That emotional void can lead to depression, substance abuse, and even relapse back into extremism. But music therapy offers a way to fill that void by creating new avenues for emotional expression and helping individuals find new purpose through creative self-discovery.
Participants in music therapy can discuss lyrics or write songs that help them make sense of their lives, their choices, their fears, and their goals. They can use musical improvisation to express parts of themselves that may be hard or shameful to verbalize. Music therapy can provide grounding and relaxation for the anxiety associated with leaving the white power movement. And it can also provide a fun, low-stress outlet for people to blow off steam.
Rick, it sounds like you're saying that music therapy can help bring former extremists back into society by giving them the communication, the social, and the emotional skills that they need to participate in everyday life. That's exactly it, Bob. Well, I'll tell you, the path out of hate is not an easy one, and neither is the work of those supporting it. Working with former extremists poses ethical, logistical, and emotional challenges for therapists. It requires a deep well of empathy, clear professional boundaries, and constant self-awareness. Some ask, how does one offer compassion to those who once espoused hate? Are we asking too much of individuals and communities to accept reformed white supremacists into their towns and workplaces? Those are tough questions, Bob. I wonder about the logistics of this sort of work. Music therapy is often funded by grants and donations. Are funders going to want to give money to individuals or groups working with white supremacists. That's a great point, Brick. However, experts emphasize de-radicalization is not just about individuals. It's about public safety, about preventing future violence, about healing fractured communities. Music therapy offers an approach that is flexible and empathetic, reaching people not just through conversation, but through creativity, trust, and shared experience. Well, to tell you the truth, Bob, I'm excited to talk about new solutions to old problems. And this isn't just an American problem, but a global one, too. We need all hands on deck to fix it. Yes, Brick, in a world increasingly fractured by hate, music therapy reminds us healing is possible. And sometimes it even sounds beautiful. Well, that's all the time we have tonight. This has been a special report on Brick Thunderstruck. And I'm Bob Saget. Good night and take care.